Okay, here we are with board 14. I have what looks to me like a perfect second seat 3-club opener. I'm not a big fan of opening totally preemptive with no redeeming feature overcalls and preempts. So I'm going to go ahead and jump overcall this. Now this is a little bit heavy for a jump overcall at not vulnerable. If I didn't have the Queen of Spades, though, partner would think it would be perfect, right? So I figure this is close enough. Unfortunately, it'll be hard for us to get to 3-no trump if that's where we belong, but you know, overcalling 2 clubs is a little rich, I think, with this hand. So we'll see what David does if he has a good hand. If he'd played with me enough, he'd know that I usually have something resembling like a textbook weak bid. So he would know exactly what to do, but this is our first time playing, so he's just guessing. Alright, well, it's still not clear to me who has the good hand. I know Laura has a good hand, but Dave may or may not. Okay, so David also has a good hand. He's hoping for a make. He made a great bid because he can see that if they lead a spade, he might just be able to wrap this up. And if Laura doesn't take her ace of diamonds now, she isn't getting it. And I doubt she will, because that's a tough play just to give up on beating a contract. So yeah, great bid by David. He can visualize the 7 clubs to the ace-king that I'm supposed to have, and he can see he doesn't have a lot of losers. So he made a very thoughtful jump to 5 clubs to try to just preempt the opponents, and also as a bid to make. So any other bid, I think, would be a clear error. Well, it looks like Laura has all the rest of the points. The ace-king of spades, ace-queen diamonds, and probably a couple other jacks for it to make up her double. And of course I would have gone down on a diamond lead, but there's no way for the opponents to know that. Peter quite rationally led his partner suit. Imagine if he guesses a suit and he had guessed hearts. How terrible that would be. So I have 11 certain tricks, but I'm not claiming, because if she plays anything other than the ace of diamonds, I'm going to make 12 tricks for sure. So I know for a fact that if I were in David's position right now, and I'm playing with a new partner, and I would always want to see what hand they turn up with for their preempt. So I guarantee you David's taken a look at my hand and said, oh, Daniel's a solid citizen. He's got, you know, ace, king, 9, 8, 7th, and another card on the side. Whereas if I turned up with, you know, 6 to the jack and out, he would know, okay, Daniel thinks preempts are, you know, for clowning around, and, you know, I'm not going to take them seriously. So the important thing is that I don't now go ahead next time we have this auction, bid 3 clubs with 6 to the jack and, you know, a 6-3-3-1 piece of garbage, because that's going to make it impossible for David to decide what he's supposed to do opposite my preempts. So it's a good idea to stick to a style, pick one and stick to it. Honestly, all styles of preempts can work. You know, if you have the very aggressive style where you're opening on king, jack, empty 6th and out, 6-3-2-2 kind of stuff, 3 clubs, that can really screw your opponents up. But the important thing is that you kind of stick to it, and your partnership knows what its style is. Because then your partner will be able to make good decisions. If he knows your preempts are super aggressive, he might go low and you know, allow you a lot of leeway. If he knows you're very sound, he'll take the aggressive action. Laura is in fact going to cash her diamond. That was a good play. I'm just going to claim. So she worked out. It's just too dangerous for the over trick, which was a very good deduction. Very hard play to make, but she probably saved herself some match points.